What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming with the Broscast, episode 272. My name is Harrison. I'm joined by my brother Nick. How you doing, buddy?
What's up? I'm doing good. First week back from our first day back from 2 weeks off of work.
Yeah. How was that? Did you have the Sunday scaries?
You know, not too bad because everyone had the 2 weeks off. So like I wasn't coming into a bunch of emails or requests or anything like that. So it wasn't too bad.
Pretty smooth.
Yeah, pretty smooth.
That's good.
Yeah, pretty good day. So
cool.
But that being said, it was nice to have time off. You know, I spent last week playing a lot of disc golf, listened to a couple of audiobooks. That was a great time. It's a good week. Good weather.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I'm glad you had a good time off.
Yes, sir. Well, how was your weekend?
It was good. Didn't really do too much. Did some yard work on Saturday. It's just been so hot, man. Like it's been like the rain has been on. Like it thundered all day long today, but never actually like rained or anything. So that was kind of strange. But yeah, it's just been so like miserably hot that you step outside for like 2 minutes and you're like, so
you can't really do anything. Like if you're not
like at a pool or something, it's like
if you're not at a pool or doing something outside by 10 a.m. or like done being outside by 10 a.m., you're cooked. Like you're actually like literally cooked.
You're cooking. You're cooking. So yeah, did that. Took Kellen around. Went to GameStop. Went around. Did some card shopping. You know, spent some. You know what? I will say, GameStop is a delightful experience now.
I watched your TikTok on this.
Yeah, I would say for a while they were pretty. Like I legitimately stopped going because you just get heckled to pre-order all these games, and I got asked if I wanted to pre-order, but in the conversation that we had, it made sense for them to say, "Hey, well, you know, we've got these games you can pre-order," and I was like, no, I'm pretty much all digital. I think going into the Switch too. You know, maybe like the next Zelda game, I'll get that one physical just because I've got all the other ones physical. But you know, when you're not being hassled to pre-order and to have all these, you know, different services and stuff like that, it's a good experience.
Yeah, what is it? The magazine, the pro membership, the warranty on the games.
Yeah,
it would try to sell you everything imaginable surrounding a video game. It's like, dude, I just want this game.
And they still like, I mean, like, you know, whenever I was talking, we're talking about the Switch 2 and stuff like that, and you know, we're talking about games, and then you know, he kind of brought up pre-ordering, and I was like, you know, I'm good. And then I think when I picked up Bravely Default and Cyberpunk, they asked me to, you know, if I wanted that warranty. You know, they're still going to ask that stuff, and that's fine, but it didn't feel like as like abrasive, you know.
Not as abrasive as it was like pre-COVID. I feel like GameStop was a different beast than it is now.
Yeah, Mario, we'll talk about here in a little bit, but yeah, I mean, you know, it's whenever there's a direct that's kind of swirling, nobody knows what's really going on for sure. Some people have more knowledge than others. I think what Nash Weedle like last week was like saying it was all but guaranteed, and then that didn't happen. It's one of those like fine lines where I think, and I think because Nate the Hate got that Switch 2 launch like video like exactly right. I think some people like start putting these on like these pedestals, which I don't like. I really don't like.
It's almost like a tier list.
Yeah, I honestly I prefer if there was no leaks at all, you know, and it'd just be like a surprise. But that's just not how the world works. But yeah, we kind of like, you know, take their word as like gospel at this point, you know, for some of these people. And I don't love the fact that we do that. But at the same time, you know, he's been right more often than he is not. So
yeah, he's been right before, and it's a safe bet.
Yeah,
considering we're coming up on the fall season, and we don't have dates for a lot of Nintendo's flagship games and a lot of third party stuff. We'll talk about it here in a little bit, but I bet there is one.
Yeah, and if not, there'll be one like, you know, in like the 1st of August. You know, I think it's going to be Yeah, we'll talk about it in a second. But yeah, GameStop. Yeah, they've really turned it around, and I think they just kind of accepted that. Most people are coming there for like Pokemon cards now, and like they, pops and some other stuff, and like I said, I think I said last week or the week before, like I don't really ever see people like getting games anymore. It's just usually Pokemon cards, bringing cards to grade, which is cool. So
I mean, but you can get games anywhere now. It's not like
yeah.
It's not like how it used to be, where you went to GameStop to get a game and you couldn't really find them anywhere else. Now it's like you can get it anywhere.
Yeah,
so it's not as special. So that I feel like they're finding a new niche with like Pokemon cards.
They have to. They definitely have to. And they've like with Pokemon specifically, like they've definitely started to learn their lesson as Best Buy, like all the big retailers now, like they don't give out cards like one per person for the big stuff, which I appreciate for sure. We've been able to find cards more often than not. Sometimes there's just none, but I mean, I'm not going to camp overnight for them, and to each their own, that's what you want to do, but I think of it, you're already, we don't play the game, right? So we're literally just buying the packs to get like fun cards, like, the secret rares and stuff like that. So you're literally gambling at, in a certain way, right? I'm not going to camp out overnight to gamble on something, I'll camp overnight for like a console or a game or something, like how we did back in the day or midnight releases. But for something where it's like, borderline gambling, I'm not going to do that.
There's a fine line. It's how far are you willing to go?
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, had a good week. Didn't really play much besides Tony Hawk. So you want to dive into what we've been playing?
Yeah. So I guess the caveat, I got the digital deluxe edition of Tony Hawk. So I was playing,
which I also paid. I paid the $18 it was for the one on the Xbox.
Yeah, so I want to play early too, and you played it on the Xbox. So we were both playing on Tuesday, right? Like that was when it came out. Yeah.
Yep.
I've played the crap out of this game. I think I've put like 15 plus hours into it. I've done all the challenges and pro challenges in 3 and 4. Unlocked all the secret skaters, and now I'm to the point where I can pretty much replay the game with any of the other skaters and like do like specific, like you still have like your laundry list of challenges.
Yeah.
But you also have like character specific challenges for each skater. So that gives a lot of replay value.
When is that stuff on? Does that unlock after you finish 4?
It's after you finish 4, and then you have to go back and do the pro challenges for 3 and 4.
Well, what do you mean by pro challenges? What are those? I don't think I've dived into any of that stuff.
So after you finish 4 and have completed like all of the regular challenges, like all the ones they provide to you initially, each level then gets 5 pro challenges that you need to complete. Whether it's completing combo, which is like it's like skate, but you have to complete it in a combo, or getting a pro score of like 500,000 points, or just like collecting random things around the map. So it's very similar to like the regular challenges, except they're a little bit elevated, a little bit harder. So you have to go through and complete all of those.
Okay. So there's like a lot. There's a lot of replayability then.
Yeah, ton of replayability. That's what I'm excited about. Like this is the perfect handheld game where you can just boot it up, pick a skater, and play some challenges.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've had a ton of fun with it. This is like, I'd give it like an 8.5 out of 10 if I had to give it a rating. Not perfect. It's missing some of the music from the original Pro Skater 3.
Yeah. Which I mean, licensed music is tough, right?
Yeah, that's really hard. Like it's expensive. You can't always just license the same exact music you had 20 years ago. So I get it.
Did they put any new music into this game?
They did.
Okay.
Yeah. So they put new music in to kind of like substitute or subsidize for the music that they missed out on.
Okay.
And I feel like it fits the vibe pretty well.
Yeah.
Overall. But yeah, some tracks are definitely missing, but they've got a lot of like the bangers that you remember from 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm having a great time with it. I don't remember much about Pro Skater 4. I don't feel like I played that one that much.
I don't think I did either. I think 3 is like the main one that I played, and then I must have skipped 4, and then like Thug 1 and 2 is like I think really where like it took off for me for Tony Hawk.
Yeah, Thug 1 and 2.
I cannot wait for them to remaster.
Man, I'm almost scared of them remastering those, because what if they find a way to make it like level based, or like
no, I don't think
what makes it Thug.
Yeah, I don't think if they're going to remaster those games, like I don't think they can get away with doing what they did to 4. They're going to have to like do that one for one, and because all they have to do was just make it like good graphics, and then make sure the gameplay is up to par.
Yeah,
and the gameplay was already. I mean, it was already kind of, it was already solid back in the day. It just needs like a reskinning.
Like 3 and 4 felt like they feel exactly how 3 and 4 felt.
Yeah.
20 years ago, but I'm sure they like
leave the gameplay. You can leave the same like voice acting and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Just give it a fresh coat of paint and call it a day.
It can feel a little old, but also feel new at the same time. Like you can keep some of the nostalgic stuff, and then just make sure that the gameplay is really good, and that it, looks on par with, Pro Skater 3 and 4, which like they're not the best looking games in the world. They're not doing anything crazy visually. I think they're running on UE4, so it's not like it's even using the newest technology, but it looks good enough, and I think it's it's passable.
It looks way better than they did originally. So I mean that's all that kind of matters. As long as it's kind of up to date a little bit.
I really hope they do something with Underground 1 and 2, and some sort of package or remake or remaster or something.
Yeah.
After that, I don't know what they would do. Like, would they remaster American Wasteland?
I mean, I loved American Wasteland. I loved Project 8. Like, I like those games a lot.
I think Proving Ground was like the last. That was the last true one, right? Because
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because that one was rivaling Skate at the time. That one had like the slow motion.
Because then I think after Proving Ground, they did Tony Hawk 5, Pro Skater 5, right?
They did Ride and Shred.
Well, Ride and Shred, yeah. That was like the motion control stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was like the board.
And then I think they did Pro Skater 5, but it was like, wasn't it like live stream? Like it was like half baked, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't very good.
Yeah, and it was made by Robomoto, who did, I think they did like American Skateland on the DS.
Okay.
So they didn't do any of the main.
Gotcha.
Pro Skaters.
Yeah, I think that at that point they were pumping out like, I felt like it was almost like
it was one
Tony Hawk games a year, especially like the Wii was like the different, had like the different version. So
the Downhill Jam had,
which you like that game a lot, with like the Skate the Fate, man. Like it was great.
Turned off every single song except for Reverse This Curse, and just had a blast, dude. I mean, that game, it wasn't great, but it was like, I feel like every game I played on the Wii was a lesser version of the game that you played on the 360. So like my Conduit was your Call of Duty.
Yeah.
My Downhill Jam was your Skate.
Well, even the Call of Duty that was on the Wii was like the lesser version. Like it wasn't even the same.
Actually, you can argue that Modern Warfare on the Wii was better than Modern Warfare on the 360.
You're crazy.
No.
Didn't it look like buns though? I thought it looked like
no, it looked pretty trash. It did release the same day as Modern Warfare 2 on the 360.
Oh, that's right.
But
okay,
the motion controls worked really well.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
I'm just saying.
I mean, Resident Evil 4 I think is the best on the Wii.
Yeah,
like it's just fun. So yeah, I mean, I didn't love the Wii, but you played the hell out of the Wii. I
did, man. I played like this Minecraft knockoff. I can't remember what it was called. It was something like Dig Deep or something like that. It was the same as Minecraft, except you're just digging underground. Okay. So there were a lot of
Boom Blocks was super fun. Like there was a lot of like fun games.
Yeah, there was a lot beyond just the Wii Sports and the Wii Sports Resort.
Yeah.
Far Cry was ass though.
Yeah, the game is kind of poo-poo.
Yeah. I dropped it so early. I couldn't figure out how to jump, and I gave up.
Wasn't it like down on the D-pad or something?
Probably.
Something weird. Or like minus.
Yeah, something really dumb.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, but yeah, other than Tony Hawk, that's really all I've been playing. I've been, again, I pick up the Switch 2, wanting to play something, and I just, we need this Direct because we just need to know, because even if you like type in Switch 2 games, there's not a lot. There's like 10 maybe,
maybe 10
if that. So yeah,
we need this kind of big time.
Yeah, I'm kind of in desperate need of something. DK's coming out on Thursday, and that's definitely gonna fill that void that I'm having right now. But yeah, we definitely need some more stuff because like Shadow Labyrinth, I'm gonna pick that up on the Switch.
That comes out this week.
Yeah, that comes out I think Friday. So I'm gonna pick that up. Actually, it might be Thursday. Is it the 18th when it comes out? No, it's Friday. Yeah,
Friday.
So that one's got like the free upgrade for the Switch 2. So yeah, definitely gonna pick that up. That looks really, that game looks really sick. Like I didn't realize. I knew it was like a Metroidvania. Is it a Metroidvania kind of game?
It's like a platformer, Metroidvania.
But I guess I didn't realize that you actually take control of Pac-Man and you have like Pac-Man levels and stuff.
Yeah,
it looks really neat. So I can't wait for that to come out. So yeah, that'll be 2 games this week, but yeah, we need a Direct so we can figure out what's going on. And
there's like
some release dates.
There's so many sports games announced for the Switch 2. There's Madden, there's NBA 2K. Like those all are announced for the Switch 2 and have release dates. But aside from that, there's not much third-party stuff. There was a lot shown at the Nintendo Direct back in April at this point? Yeah, back in April.
Elden Ring, we still need to know about.
Final Fantasy 7.
Final Fantasy 7, yeah. Like I'll definitely pick up Final Fantasy 7 and play that for the first time on the Switch 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like Nintendo, I just don't think they've done a great job with the reveal of Switch 2 and the kind of the follow-up after that because the Summer Games Fest and like the Xbox presentation weren't like the greatest things of all time this year. But like it would have been cool. Like I think there was one Switch 2 logo out of all the games that were shown.
Yeah.
Like why? I get Nintendo wants to kind of control everything, but like I don't think, if them revealing a game or that's coming to the Switch 2 at the Summer Games Fest, I don't think it's going to have a different impact, than it being in its own Direct, in some sort of like highlight reel,
I feel like they're like holding these announcements when they could be sprinkled throughout the months or the weeks after the Switch 2's launch. So like they could have announced Elden Ring's release date by now. Final Fantasy
I thought that would have been at the Bandai Namco event they had last week.
Yeah. Maybe they were barred from announcing it themselves and they have to rely on a TBD Nintendo Direct to announce it, which feels kind of crazy. Like this should be the time where Nintendo is going to these developers and saying, "Hey, if you have a game in development for the Switch 2, announce it. Like announce it. We want people hyped up for the content that you're bringing to the Switch 2."
Yeah.
And it feels like they're just keeping everything in the dark right now, which is really, really weird. Like I feel like this wasn't the case for the Switch 1. Like the Switch 1 even had a bunch of eShop releases when it released and for the months following its release.
Yeah.
Now all we've had is like Deltarune.
Obviously like marketing and, is not an easy job or anything. I'm not trying to say that, but like they really should have had like, hey, Elden Ring, FromSoft, like we don't want you guys to be a launch game because we've already got like kind of a bunch of stuff to play at launch, but we want you to be out by like 2 weeks after the Switch 2, so that you kind of have like a little bit of like a a trickle down effect, a cadence of games that comes out like every week, every other week, so something like relatively big. Granted, it's probably just going to be like a third party game that's already been out for a long time, but like I feel like that would have been better. Like I definitely would have picked up Elden Ring, 2 weeks after the Switch 2 launch, because like it's something to play. So yeah, it just feels it's like we got the Switch 2. I know we've been kind of complaining about this for like the last like month, and I apologize to the listeners, but yeah, it just feels weird, man. I don't know.
I mean, I love my Switch too. Don't get me wrong. I've been playing it pretty much every day since I got it.
Yeah,
but I want more like new games to play on it. Like that's
just
I feel like that's not a crazy thing to ask for. You know,
no.
I shouldn't be playing through Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze right now. I should be playing through. Well, I guess later this week I'll be playing through a new Donkey Kong. But
yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's like put up DK64 on the eShop or on the NSO like that. I thought about the other day, like over the weekend. I was like, man, I'm gonna go to like my local game store, like pick up DK, on 64 and just try it out. I know it's not very good, but like I kind of want to, see the bones of 3D Donkey Kong for reference when I play it. But like, yeah, why isn't that out? I don't
know. Maybe they didn't want to turn people off to.
Yeah, that could be a possibility, but
yeah.
So just kind of dabbling. Like I've been playing a very very small amount of Bravely Default. But yeah, I'm in desperate need of something to play. Like I want to play Fantasy Life, but again, it's like a 70-hour game. From looking at your time,
it's as long as you want it to be.
But I don't want to dive into another RPG. Knowing DK is coming out, and then
I will say this is it's a very low commitment RPG.
Yeah.
Or if you sit down and play for 10 minutes, you actually make significant progress. You're not like stuck in dialogue for 30 minutes at a time. I'll say that. But I feel you. Yeah.
Because the other day I was yesterday I was watching some TV and I was like, you know what? Like I kind of want to like I watched the Ghost of Yote, presentation they had last week. And that game looks awesome. And I was like, I've never finished Ghost of Tsushima. So I was like, oh, I'm going to download or get the PlayStation Plus because that's on like the game catalog. And I was going to play through that. But I was like, it's another big, open world RPG kind of game. I'm going to pass.
Yeah. I mean, that's
I do want to play that before it comes out though.
Me too. It's been the theme of this year. There have been so many big games that can't play all of them, like Death Stranding 2, Kingdom Come. That one's huge.
Yeah.
Like it's just not reasonable to be able to play all these huge open world games. And I feel like developers need to realize this and try to slate in some smaller titles, some 8 to 10 hour experiences.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
every now and then. And not everyone wants a 100-hour experience for every game they play.
Yeah.
But hey, I guess that's what indies are for.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's dive into the news. So we kind of alluded to it at the beginning of the show, but yeah, as of right now, we don't know anything yet. But I think it started out with like Beat 'em Ups did his podcast, and he was talking about he was confident that there was going to be a July Direct.
Yep.
And then I think his latest podcast, he was like, I'm not sure, whatever. Beat 'em Ups kind of
back a little bit.
Yeah, he kind of trolls anyways, but so everyone was kind of down in the dumps because like last week Nash Weeda was also saying like, yeah, it's going to be this week for sure according to my sources, and then obviously he was wrong.
These are such dumb sentences. Nash Weedle and Beat 'em Ups.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But so everyone was kind of like, well, it's probably not going to happen. DK's coming out, this week. Pokemon Direct is Pokemon presentations next week, and then the last week of July is like a shorter week. But Nathan Haight did have a podcast, and he said, hey, it's still happening, but it's going to happen after the DK Direct or after DK releases, which makes sense. Like they're not going. I didn't really think they would have a Direct before DK because it would kind of take out the
wind out of the sails.
Yeah, for that one. And I know that's a huge game, and like if you look at the eShop, it's been like number one on the eShop for like 2 weeks now, which is this game's gonna be big, and maybe because there's just not a lot of things to play. And people are just kind of itching to play something, and this game looks really good. But, yeah, I mean, I could see, I don't know, like They could do a direct, I guess, the week of the Pokemon presentation, because the Pokemon presentation is the 22nd, which is a Tuesday
next week.
So they could do it Wednesday or Thursday. I mean, I don't see why that's, because is the presentation, is it just for ZA or is it other things?
No, I think it's for other things as well. So they might even show off Gen 10.
That'd be sick. Gen 10, maybe. There's been rumors of like them shadow dropping like Pokemon Stadium, or Pokemon Coliseum on the GameCube.
Yeah,
which would be awesome. I like that game a lot. I don't know. Maybe finally they'll never do it. Adding like red and blue to Game Boy, like
they'll find a way to sell it to us again.
Yeah.
HD 2D remaster.
Yeah, I mean,
could you, if they wanted to make just millions and millions of dollars, just get Square Enix. Actually, no, just do it themselves. Just do an HD remaster internally.
Just give me red and blue. Make it a little bit prettier, more detailed in the environment. I would still, I don't even need HD 2D. And they wanted to keep it flat, 2D like it was back in the day. Like I'll take that. Just make it prettier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy money.
You could charge $100 for that thing,
and they will.
and they will. So yeah, I think a July direct is still possible. But I think this could potentially be the last direct of the year, like a mainline direct. I don't think they're going to do a mainline September. But I do think we're going to get like a Mario dedicated direct, like they did back in 2020
for the 40th.
Yeah. So they could announce, Galaxy 2 remake or remaster, whatever you want to call it, that comes out this year. They could tease the Mario movie for next year. Maybe, I don't know, show a trailer for that. And then I don't know, another Mario collection or something along those lines. So yeah.
I think the cadence of directs is just kind of wonky this year because of the time period of the Switch 2 launching. So you have like the April direct. Normally you have a February direct, which means that normally you have a February, you have a June, then you have a September.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be April, probably July, and then, like you said, Mario dedicated direct because it's the 40th anniversary.
Yeah, and they can sprinkle in like a direct, what do they call their
partner direct
stuff? Indie direct, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Partner showcase, Indie World, something like that. They can do another one of those. I think that would be fine. Nick, I gotta ask the age old question here for you. If we get a July direct, you think we see Silksong?
Oh God,
it's either here or Gamescom, or they just announce it.
What's the stupid timeline? It's before the Xbox ROG Ally comes out. Is that? That's what Xbox said, right?
Holiday, right? Is whenever, because have they given a release date for the ROG?
I think they said holiday.
Yeah, so I think between now,
I hate Xbox. I hate what they do with this stupid timeline stuff.
Yeah, their marketing is atrocious.
Yeah, but to your question, I do think it could get announced in the July direct. I mean, I think that Hades 2,
yeah.
I think that could get a release date. Yeah, we need Elden Ring, Final Fantasy 7, all their first party stuff. I mean, Metroid Prime 4. Like, come on.
Yeah, we gotta get released.
Put a date on it.
Yeah,
just put a ring on it. Commit to it a little bit.
Put a date on it.
Yeah, Kirby Air Rider. This is the Hyrule Warriors. Age of Imprisonment.
I'm pretty stoked for that game.
It looks cool.
Yeah,
and then they likely need to announce some other stuff too. Some other games coming out.
Yeah, I would love to see Metaphor. That would be huge. Expedition 33. I mean, that's a no brainer.
That's got I know that's got to be.
I will absolutely double dip for that game.
Yeah.
Well, not even double dip because I didn't pay for it.
Because Game Pass.
That's still insane, man. That my game of the year is just a Game Pass game.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
a $50 Game Pass game.
$50 Game Pass game. So yeah, like Metaphor would love to see that. You know, I mean, Capcom could show up in a big way. You know, Resident Evil 4 coming out. You know, they could do 2 and 3. They could,
7 and 8.
Yeah, 7 and I mean, get a proper version of those. Because 7 has the cloud. Does 8 have the cloud?
8 is also cloud.
Okay, so they could do a proper version of those. Maybe do some sort of collection, like a 7 and 8 collection, something like that. That could be cool. I don't think I'd pick any of those up, but like, I feel like that just makes sense to get it on the Switch too.
Yeah. Forza Horizon 5, like that one could come. Yeah. Switch 2. Indiana Jones, maybe that one as well.
Like Gears, like I'm surprised Gears didn't get announced for the Switch 2, but it's one of those things where it's, they didn't want to. That was before their showcase too.
Before the Xbox showcase.
Yeah, that it got announced. It got announced on Twitter, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Gears could be pretty huge on there. Gears of War Reloaded S, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, then maybe a surprise game or something. I don't know.
Any first party surprises that you could see coming, like a Smash Bros?
No Mario, no Smash. Smash is probably next year.
Animal Crossing, maybe.
Animal Crossing. I've heard some rumblings about maybe the show closing with Animal Crossing. I don't love that because I'm not the world's biggest Animal Crossing fan, but for those, that game sold extremely well, on the Switch, so it would make sense for them to get that game out quick, and maybe that comes out in the holiday. That could be a big holiday game for them.
But they also have, what is it, Tomodachi Life coming out in 2026?
Is that 2026? Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like an Animal Crossing equivalent.
Yeah, maybe
would they want to have both of those in the same year? I don't know.
Yeah,
it might not even matter.
I mean, Animal Crossing is going to sell way more than Tamagotchi Life.
Yeah,
that game's going to do crazy numbers.
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion 4, maybe.
Yeah, man, honestly, I could see that maybe being the show closer if it's not Animal Crossing, and then put that out in like October.
Yeah.
That could be huge. I think we'll get one surprise that we don't know about, but I'm not expecting too much. I'm really just looking to see release dates for some games, some third party stuff that's going to come out. Maybe a bunch of like Switch 2 upgrades for some games. The Xenoblade series, get those upgraded for free.
Yeah, I was going to ask if there were any games that you would want updated that you're wanting to go back to.
No, not really. Obviously Xenoblade Chronicles X, I do want that to be upgraded so I can play that on the Switch too. Although it runs just fine on the base Switch, but I would like to see that get upgraded. But I don't know what game I would want to see because we got Kirby coming out is it August? Is it next month for Kirby? Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if they're going to do that same treatment for any other game. Maybe Wonder.
Pikmin 4.
Pikmin 4. Yeah, I could see that. I could see Pikmin 4 or maybe like Mario Wonder getting some sort of treatment like that. As far as like DLC goes.
Yeah. Like for Pikmin 4, you bump it up to 60.
Yeah.
Add in mouse controls.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And then add in some DLC.
Yeah. Definitely got to have DLC. Like I want to see some additional content for that game.
You finished Wonder, right?
No, I have not.
Which one did you finish recently?
Oh, Echoes of Wisdom.
Echoes of Wisdom. That's right. Yeah, Wonder DLC could be cool. 4K.
Yeah.
120 frames if possible. Maybe.
Yeah, that game is not super demanding.
Yeah.
I guess the frame rate drops whenever you throw the Pikmin off, but
for Pikmin, yeah.
What were we talking about? I'm sorry.
I was talking about Mario Wonder.
Oh, Mario, yeah. That one should be able to hit 120. I don't see
why
an issue with that one. Yeah, just a bunch of upgrades for games. I mean, there's already a bunch of like free upgrades for kind of the bigger stuff. We obviously got Zelda. Yeah, I'm not expecting much. Just updates on release dates or release date confirmation for Metro Prime 4. I mean, that's really the big one that I want to see, and then everything else is just kind of icing on the cake.
Yeah,
like I don't need them to tease the next Zelda in any way, unless it's a remaster of Ocarina of Time. Then yeah.
I mean, sorry, I'm just looking back at some games from last year.
What they could do a upgrade for?
Upgrade or port over third party wise.
Yeah.
Like,
did Luigi's Mansion 3 get a upgrade?
That one did not.
Okay.
To me,
I don't see that getting a DLC, but
yeah. I mean, maybe we see like Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yeah. Cool.
Dark Souls trilogy. Silent Hill 2, Stellar Blade, Black Myth. I mean, actually, I don't know if Black Myth would run very well.
Yeah. And Silent Hill 2, is that on Xbox yet? Or is it still just PlayStation?
Nope. Still just PlayStation.
Okay.
Call of Duty?
Yeah. I mean, there's that 10-year agreement that Nintendo and Microsoft had.
And that starts this year?
I want to say, yeah.
So does that mean that Black Ops 7 has to come to Switch 2? Or does it have to be a Call of Duty in general, and it doesn't have to be like the equivalent Call of Duty?
I think it has to be the equivalent Call of Duty. They're not, I don't think they're going to do what they did on like the Wii and stuff when it was like just a stripped down version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like the equivalent of Xbox and PlayStation's versions.
Okay.
I don't know if that starts this year though, but I want to say it probably does.
If the Switch 2 wasn't out this year, does that mean like would that have meant that Black Ops 7 would have had to come to the Switch 1?
No, I think the agreement was for Nintendo's next piece of hardware.
Okay.
But when that starts, I'm not quite sure.
Well, it'll make them a lot of money, I think.
Oh yeah. I mean, it hadn't been on. Was there any Call of Duties on the Wii U? Was it just the Wii was the last time?
Yeah, Black Ops 2 was on the Wii U.
It was on the Wii U, okay.
Yeah.
Just skip Switch.
Mm-hmm. Which is such a shame. I feel like they could have
but what those games would not have run well on the Switch.
Well, that's when they should have dipped into like not a low effort Call of Duty remaster, but getting Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1 onto the Switch.
Yeah, like a remaster or something. That would could have been cool. Yeah.
Anything else you're expecting from this supposed direct later this month?
No. What about you? Anything else?
Not really. Just Hollow Knight. I think that's like the main. That's like the lock. We know it's going to be there.
Do we?
Silksong? Yeah, we know it's going to be there.
I don't know. I believe it when I'm downloading it and playing it on my Switch too.
Yeah.
Until then,
I'm not even that excited about it anymore, to be honest.
You say that, but then when you see that release date of like whatever, you're gonna be like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, but is it gonna live up to 4 or 5 years of hype that they've generated?
Probably not. Or it could. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see. And then Metro Prime 2 and 3. It's still so weird that these games aren't available. Those should have been out. If they were smart, they should have like all released all those like in 2023 whenever Metro Prime remaster came out and just kind of did one every I don't know 3 or 4 months. Like that would have been ideal.
Maybe they saw the reception to remastered and like saw that everyone was blown away with the effort that was put into it, and said, "Hey, we need to do the same thing to 2 and 3." Like
that just okay. I do. If that's the logic on why it's taken so long, if there's even, because they haven't even confirmed anything yet about those. So yeah, if that's the case, then okay, I'll take that over just a port with better controls. So okay,
yeah.
Hopefully that's the case.
Even that remaster probably took a year or two to develop.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
We'll see. I'm really hoping for it though. I really hope we can
update that one with the mouse controls too.
Yeah, get that one to 120 frames. Like that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a part of like this whole marketing beat. It's like, hey, Prime 1 remastered plays way better now. Yep. It played great before, but like it has all these Switch 2 improvements. Here's 2 and 3, and then Prime 4 comes out in September.
Yeah.
That would be great.
That'd be cool. All right, well, moving on from that, this one's kind of weird, and I think this is just one of those like translation with different currencies. Xbox ROG Ally today, it was I think it was leaked. The pricing was leaked, but I think over in Europe, like it's over at like 1,000.
Yeah,
which that doesn't necessarily mean that the U.S. currency is going to be 1,000. I do think this is going to be a very expensive product. I do think because we know there's the 2 different versions. We're probably looking at like a $7.99 and like an $8.99 version of these things.
Yeah,
it's gonna be very, very expensive. This is definitely not for me. I'm not paying that much for a handheld device.
No, not a Windows based handheld device. No,
yeah, no, because even though this is like an Xbox branded one, it's still not the Xbox handheld that people want. You can't play all of your Xbox library on this thing. You can only play the
play anywhere.
The play anywhere stuff, which is probably good enough for a bunch of people. But if I'm gonna throw out $800-900 for a piece of tech, I want it to be like the Xbox handheld.
Yeah,
and we're probably gonna get a couple of more of these branded Xbox, dedicated handhelds until we get, I guess, the official one from Xbox whenever that comes out.
Yeah.
But right now, like I'm so good. Like I've got my Switch 2, and if a third party really shows up for Switch 2, I think that'll be just fine for a couple of years.
Yeah. I have too many consoles as it is. I have too many handhelds. I have a PlayStation Portal that I don't play. I have a PS5 that I don't play. Right now I have a Series X that I'm not really playing. Like, at the end of the day, I don't need a $900 handheld Xbox that I'm also not going to plplay.
Yeah. And what are you going to play? Old games that you can play,
right?
Like,
yeah,
you're going to boot up Elden Ring or something like that.
Like I'm so yeah. I don't want to get a new thing and then boot up an old thing on it.
Yeah,
that's
just been this whole entire generation since Xbox Series X and S came out and PlayStation 5. It's just really been playing older versions of games that just run and look better.
Because that's where we're at in terms of generational leaps. It's not anything too spectacular, so it boils down to, oh, hey, this game used to run at 30 frames per second, now it runs at 60.
Yeah.
Now it has a 4K option at 30.
Which is why, like, I'm excited for the Switch 2 and like what specifically like Nintendo first party games is because I don't think they've had this big of a jump in power since maybe the Wii to the Wii U. The Wii U to the Wii or to the Switch, not a huge difference. It was definitely a jump, but it wasn't like a huge jump.
Look at Breath of the Wild comparatively on both of those consoles.
Yeah, those ran. Obviously it ran a little bit better on Switch, but it wasn't like by a huge margin or anything like that. Yeah. So now that we've got, this pretty large, increase in power, I'm very excited to see what Nintendo can do with it on their first party stuff. We already know that they're just masterful at using their own tech and getting like squeezing every little bit of it and making it look good, making it run good. Most importantly, because obviously they don't chase like the realism and stuff like that.
The ray tracing trends and
they just like DK looks incredible as is, and
that started as a Switch 1 game.
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
It did. Like I think I was watching one of, I don't know if you ever watched Andre's Restart.
Yeah.
He did like a video and he was talking about how I don't think we've seen a dedicated Switch 2 game yet from Nintendo. It's all been stuff that started out as a Switch 1 game, but obviously moved over to Switch 2 just because it lacked power. DK was one of those. Maybe Kirby Air Riders is like the first. Was that one still that one was probably a Switch 1 planned. I'm not sure about that one.
Probably at some point. Yeah.
Obviously, Metro Prime 4. I mean, that got announced back in 2019.
Has a Wii U game at some point, probably.
Yeah, so we haven't really seen anything yet. That's been, maybe
Age of Imprisonment. No, because that one was on, or it was planned for Switch 1 as well. But they couldn't get good enough frame rate.
Yeah,
something like that.
So but I don't think. Yeah, I would like to see something that's like truly built for the ground up for Switch 2. Well,
I want to see Monolith.
Yeah, that's the one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that is kind of weird because we know that Mario Kart World started on the Switch and they just couldn't get it to run well enough with the grand ideas that they had.
I mean, this is not a Nintendo thing. Like this happens with every console, right? At some point you get into development and you're like, well, the PS5 is, maybe that's a bad example. The PS4 is a couple, a year and a half away. Let's just push it to be a launch game for the PS4 or launch window or something like that.
You say that, and then we have like Last of Us that releases in the final year of PS3 and then the first year of PS4, and then Last of Us Part 2 releases
now that we've got like the Last of Us Complete Edition, which we didn't put in our news, but like I do kind of want to check out the
chronological mode.
Yeah, I do want to check that out, but now that we're done, like it feels like they've wrapped up the bow with Last of Us. Like I really want them to just move on. I want them to stop talking about it. I'm so tired of talking about Last of Us.
Hey, we talked about the show every week.
We did, and that's our fault. That second season, now that I'm a month or so past it, is not good.
It had a couple of good episodes.
Yeah,
but overall, the direction
was mediocre.
Not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready for them to move on.
Yeah.
To Intergalactic. That game sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, I'm excited. And again, it wasn't in our news here, but Neil Druckmann has stepped away from the show as well, and he's
it's all Craig now.
For better or for worse.
See, I don't know. I honestly don't know which one it is. So if it's gonna make the show better, or if it's gonna go downhill, because I've just read stuff online that Neil isn't the greatest person to work with.
Well, yeah, and I've heard like even Pedro Pascal at some points was like lashing out at Neil because he just had.
He was like, "Do you want to make a good show or not?"
Yeah, like that's not a good thing that your lead star is saying that about you. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, the season 1 was good, but it was also very just like copy and paste essentially. With that one with the one episode that we got. And they added a lot of good stuff, like all the stuff, the prior stuff, leading up into like the first episode was all great. Like all the world building stuff they did with season 1 was really cool. And season 2, it just felt so flat. Like that's when like
rushed.
Yeah, it felt super rushed. Again, like I didn't hate, I didn't dislike Bella Ramsey as Ellie at all in the first season. And again, it's probably just the way that she was directed, but I just did not like Ellie in season 2. Like she was, and I know she, even in the game, like she's kind of unlikable at some points, but I don't think I was rooting for her at all during the second season.
No, because felt like Ellie didn't have any like compassion, didn't have any heart in season 2. And Ellie got a pass in season 1 because she was a kid.
Yeah.
And now she's grown up, and we saw like her character in the game, and it just strayed so far away from that. Yeah, I almost want to go replay part 2 just to see how much better Ellie's character is in the game versus the show.
And like I love like seeing the one episode where we got to see her throughout the years, you know, with Joel, like going through the teenage stuff and like doing all the birthdays. Like I really liked that, and I liked how they portrayed her during that time. Like you could definitely see like the teenage angst and stuff like that, and see you know, how she was kind of growing up essentially. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like I still see so many meme videos about I'm going to be a dad. Like it's so funny, so bad. My god.
Was that Craig Mason's decision, or was that Neil Druckmann? I can't remember who heard that line and said, yes, that needs to be in there. But there was a snippet of, I think like Bella said it and said it jokingly. And then one of them said, oh yeah, that needs to be in for sure.
I don't know.
So I don't know. I like the parts of the show that
when the show was good,
away
like
from the game.
I mean, when season 2, some of those episodes really, really hit. And when they did hit, they were fantastic, you know, like the first couple episodes, and then, you know, 1 or 2 after that. But, you know, it was only a 7 episode season. So like, I think majority of it was like not super great. I don't know.
Yeah. The season finale wasn't great. I think the episode before that was like the really good one. That was the one that went through Ellie's childhood and then ended with the
astronaut scene and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the talk. Yeah.
On the porch.
Which, I don't know. They
nailed that. I mean, they nailed.
Yeah.
They nailed
that was better than the game. Absolutely. Yeah. That was excellent.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, I think season 2 had similar problems to season 1, where they had their really, really good episodes, and then episodes that kind of felt like filler, even though there wasn't space for filler.
I will say this, and then we can move on. In spoilers for The Last of Us Part 2, when Joel got killed, I think I liked Ellie enough to where I was okay with her taking over the main character role and kind of, you know, carrying that game. You know, I thought the acting was fantastic. Obviously, just everything about it was great. You know, after that, even though I hated the decision they made, but I get it for their overall story. And I still have issues with like the way they told that story, but Pedro Pascal, man, is so charismatic, and like he really just stole that show. And when he was gone, I don't think Bella's performance was good enough to carry on the show,
or was directed well
enough, you know. So
yeah, I think the performance was good. I think the direction was so far different from what was in the game that like it was just unappealing as a character.
Yeah, like I would have loved
an unlikable character.
I would have loved. I mean, I don't know how, you know, when they were writing the show, if they had, you know, whenever Dina reveals that she's pregnant, like obviously in the game, like Ellie's like, well, you're a liability now. Like this is terrible. And she was just totally against it, her even being there. And obviously in the show, it's the complete opposite. And she's just ecstatic about it. And like, you know, you guys are like, you got like 1,000 people to kill right now. Right. Like that, you know? So yeah, I don't know.
Wait, what was your point there?
Oh, I started just talking about it, and I forgot the point.
Well, Michael Scott, you just started talking, and then you would get there.
No. Okay, I found it. So I wonder, like, if they acted out the scene with Bella, you know, doing it from the game, and then they did another scene with, you know, doing the opposite, is what I'm trying to say, or right. If it was just like from the get go, they're like, yeah, this is what we have.
Yeah, it almost felt like that scene was the opposite of what the show's Ellie would do.
Yeah.
Because the show's Ellie is such a dick. at all times.
It was weird. It was very
strange,
poorly directed in my opinion. But we'll see. I'm excited for. I'll be there day one for season 3, and rooting for Abby.
Kind of though, yeah.
And Nick, you want to read the last story we got?
Yeah. So Universal Pictures and Nintendo have registered an untitled Donkey Kong film.
Yep.
Meaning there's probably a Donkey Kong film coming within the next 5 to 7 years. I'm sure it'll take place after the second Mario movie. That's probably setting up this whole Donkey Kong, experience, this story, this adventure, and then they're going to continue it with the Donkey Kong movie or some sort of spinoff.
I really hope, and I think it's going to be based off what we've seen, but I hope Bonanza is just like scores in like the 90s. Not only because it's on my fantasy critic list, but like I would love to see for like DK really to take off because I mean like
they're putting a lot of big bets.
He's such a huge character in like the Mario universe, and is like one of Nintendo's most important characters. I mean, that's how we literally got Mario back in the day. But the games I don't think have sold incredibly well.
Yeah, the games are kind of inconsequential.
Yeah,
but he's more of a mascot than he is a character to play.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I hope Bananas is fantastic, but it really seems like they're all in on Donkey Kong. Like,
I mean, with the Donkey Kong, like theme park add-on, the movie, two Donkey Kong games this year.
Yeah,
like they're
all in.
Like, they're all in. I mean, realistically, I can see this game selling between like 10 and 15 million copies at the end, when all is said and done. I don't think it'll reach Mario Odyssey levels of like 25 to 30 million, but I think it'll be in the double digits.
I want to say it's going to get between like 15 and 20. I think it's going to be a huge game.
15 and 20.
15 and 20.
How much do you think Mario Kart World has sold by now?
Well, how many Switches are out there? 3 million and a half?
Probably
million, probably more than that now.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like almost every day, Wario 64 is say, hey, there's a Best Buy drop or Walmart drop or Target, whatever. It's probably close to 5. It's obviously not a 1-for-1 attach rate because no other than Zelda, back in when Switch launched. I would say it's probably up there. I'd say it's probably 4 million, 3.5. Yeah, it's probably pretty close. Maybe $1 million off. From how many units have actually sold. I'd say it's a pretty big attach rate.
I bet the attach rate of Bonanza will be pretty good at the start.
It's like, I just couldn't imagine like a casual fan, buying a Switch 2 and not buying Mario Kart because what are you playing?
Yeah, what are you buying it for right now?
And like, if you're a casual fan, you're probably maybe that's the case too because I know Cyberpunk has sold probably pretty well. It's been on the top of the eShop, so maybe a lot of people are just kind of getting in and playing some older stuff. That's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, maybe this is their first time owning a Switch and they're buying Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see like the next Nintendo Financial is going to be very, very interesting because we're going to get. I imagine they're going to clump in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom into one. Still, consider it one sales. Like, do you think they'll have like different SKUs, or do you think we'll just see Tears of the Kingdom jumps up like 5 million or something like that?
I bet they'll have a Switch 2 edition.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a different SKU.
Okay. I wonder.
That would be interesting, though.
Because like Tears of the Kingdom, it sold like 20 million at launch, and then it's kind of been
it plateaued so hard.
Yeah, I think everybody that wanted it got it, and it just hasn't been an evergreen title. I'm curious to see how Tears will be for Switch 2 going forward, like how much it's going to sell, how long it's going to sell for.
Yeah,
because it's 80, right?
Yeah, it's 80.
Okay.
Let me look at the eShop chart right now.
Because I know both of those have been up there. Like the upgrade, obviously, like they separate the upgrade path too on the eShop too as well. So
currently it is the 7th best seller.
It's pretty good.
And Breath of the Wild is at number 10. So it's selling better than Breath of the Wild. The upgrade pack is sitting at number 8.
Okay.
So I mean, it's pretty high up there.
People, yeah, I mean, if you didn't pick up a Switch, and you obviously missed out on Tears, then yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. When is the next Nintendo financials? Is it September?
Let's see if their quarter ended in June. I think it would be at some point in August.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see the numbers for that.
Yeah. Because we'll see first, really just the first month of sales.
Yeah.
I hope they break it out. I hope they break it out by Switch 2 editions.
I do, because I want to see how much. And I guess we can really, I mean, if we go back to the the previous one and be like, okay, well, Tears is here, probably didn't sell a ton on the Switch one. If there's like a dramatic jump, from now until August, we'll know that for sure that was the Switch. It would be nice if they broke that down for us. That'd be good. I don't know. I bet they will.
Oh, it's actually Friday, August 1st. That's when they're
okay.
Running statement.
Interesting. Okay. It's gonna be a good time. So we'll get a little bit of DK sales. We'll get 2 weeks?
No, because it'll only go through June 30th.
Oh, okay.
So we won't see any of DK sales.
Okay, not until.
But
we will see some Tears of the Kingdom stuff in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, Tears, Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart, whatever else they had in June. I think that's it.
Nintendo World, the
the tour.
Well, yeah, the tour. Welcome tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait for that one. So it's been pretty bland here the last couple because they have really had much, and it's just all their kind of remasters from 2024. So it's been kind of bland. But yeah, this one's gonna be super interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of Zelda, have you gone back to Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom?
No, I haven't played them yet. I need.
You haven't played them at all?
No.
At least boot it up.
Yeah, I need to try it, especially Tears, since that one's the most recent one. I thought about and again, this is like Sunday, like yesterday. I was like, man, I want to play something. I was like, do I restart Tears of the Kingdom? And I was like, no, I can't do it. Or maybe at least play like the, the opening kind of prologue, whatever.
I did that a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I've already played this game for 150 hours.
Yeah.
As much as I love it.
I was going to say, we were talking about DLC earlier. I thought that could have been huge. Like, imagine if they did DLC with the upgrade path for Tears. Like, that would have been
awesome.
I mean, I know they already said they weren't going to do it, but
why not?
Yeah,
just do it.
Something.
Yeah, it's so weird the games they're choosing for like the Switch 2 editions, like Kirby. It's a good choice. But
that's one of the best selling games on the Switch too. Granted, it kind of like you said, it plateaued, but I guarantee you put out like a meaty single player expansion or something, or more.
Yeah,
I don't know, more Zonai parts to use to build like that. Even that could have been fun,
right?
But they didn't for whatever reason.
Sorry, I'm just pulling up their best-selling games on the Switch. Yeah, like Mario Kart 8. Obviously, that wouldn't get a DLC. Animal Crossing probably getting a sequel. Smash is probably getting a sequel. Mario Odyssey is effectively getting a sequel in 4 days. Pokemon Scarlet, Violet, those got upgrades.
Yeah.
Super Mario Party, like Mario Party Jamboree is getting the Switch 2 edition. So I guess all their big games are either covered through Switch 2 editions or, inevitable sequels, but yeah, I feel like the games like Pikmin 4, kind of the smaller title, like the ones that sold between like 2 and 5 million copies.
How many did Pikmin sell? Wasn't it like 4 or 5?
I think it was like 4.
Okay.
Which is really good.
Yeah. Best-selling Pikmin game.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely be getting a Pikmin 5 sooner rather than later.
I think so. I think it's inevitable.
Yeah. I don't know what I would want for like the next Pikmin. But I mean, I'll be there day one regardless.
Like, would you want a full open world Pikmin?
No, not really. I feel like those levels are big enough.
Yeah, they're pretty big
to kind of maneuver around in. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like I don't even know what other type of Pikmin I would want. Like maybe like some sort of RPG system where your Pikmin can upgrade. Like you have
that'd be cool.
Like skill trees for your Pikmin, they can do different stuff. Like the blue Pikmin could have different abilities.
Yeah.
Aside from just being able to swim. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, and I really liked like the underground stuff they had, the underground level things they did.
Yeah, that's cool.
Those were cool. So they could expand upon that a little bit too.
Man, I want them to update this game so I can go back and play Olimar's story.
Oh yeah, you never did that. Yeah, that one's really good.
Yeah,
that's an excellent epilogue. Why did you never go back to that? When it launched.
I actually don't know. I think another game came out.
Came out after Pikmin. Was it Mario Wonder after that? I'm not sure what came out after Pikmin.
That was 2023?
2023, yeah.
I have a list of the game I beat after Pikmin.
Because Pikmin came out in July. Tears of the Kingdom came out in May. So it wasn't Tears.
Yeah, well, the next big game after that was Starfield.
Okay, maybe it was Starfield then.
Starfield, and then Sea of Stars, and then Lies of P, then Armored Core, Super Mario Wonder,
right.
Alan Wake 2.
Yeah, 2023 cooked, man.
That was
a banger year.
Such a great year. RE4 remake.
Armored Core is one I could see on the Switch too. Speaking of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goated. That was a good year.
Lies of P also. Switch too. That'd be great.
I really want to play that Overture DLC, but I'm waiting for it to go on sale. The game itself.
Is it 30 or 60 right now?
It's 60.
Dang. It was on sale for 30 at some point.
Yeah.
Like right when Overture came out.
And I also think that I did New Game Plus.
I did too.
So I would need to go through that game again. I don't know if I want to do that.
I think I got right to the point where I need to be. Right at that stupid the green.
Oh, the bog monster, whatever it's called. Yeah, that was horrendous boss.
Boss sucked.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap up the show. If you can review us on your favorite podcasting platform of choice, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Give us 5 stars, but if you got something to say, if you don't like the show, if we take too long to get into the topic, if we have a topic, let us know.
Let us know your beef.
Yeah, we appreciate it. But just leave that 5-star. And then you can say whatever you want in the comments.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Follow us there. Follow us on X, follow us on TikTok. And we'll be back next week talking about the Banana Man himself.
Oh yeah. And we will be posting some Bonanza content on TikTok. So
for sure.
Go check that out in the future. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, I can't wait, man.
Part of me wants to destroy an entire level, like break down an entire level.
I think it has an option for you to reset the level.
Yeah.
So I think you can everything, but I think metal, like steel, stuff like that, you can't destroy, but everything else is fair game.
I wonder if that'll tank the game if you destroy everything.
I mean, I can't remember. I think the director of the game recently did an interview, and he did say that there are slight dips in frame rate
Yeah.
Because a lot of people were asking about that, and that was like a stylized choice of like whenever you hit, it kind of pauses. Kind of like Wind Waker, where like you hit the enemies, it would kind of like pause almost.
Yeah.
It's very similar. So that's definitely like an art style choice, but so it's not that particular part is not the frame rate dropping, but the director did say that there is a slight possibility
of frame rate issues
of frame rate drops, but I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy. So
yeah, and they implemented that that stop to try to improve the performance, right? Is that what they said?
I think so. Yeah, and
a lot of games do that. Yeah,
it looks awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, very, 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 very excited for Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Labyrinth, I'm pretty pumped for. Hopefully that game reviews pretty well. I think that's the big 2 games come out this week, and then we'll be back.
Anything before the end of July? Anything else?
Game wise?
Yeah. Or is that really it?
I want to say that's probably it. Let's see. Yeah, I think just Bonanza. I mean, I'm sure there's something else that I'm not thinking of, but after that, I think the next big game is probably Mafia.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I guess Grounded 2, that comes out July 29th.
Yeah. So we'll see.
And then Gears.
Yeah, pretty pumped for that one.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Multiplayer, I don't know how long I'm gonna stick with it. I can definitely tell it's going to be extremely sweaty. But hey, the wall balancing is.
Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get placed with some PlayStation players and we can have some fun before the Xbox players come in.
Exactly. All right, guys. We'll be back next week with arguably one of the potential Game of the Year contenders. So
that's right.
Hopefully it's good. We get reviews drop Wednesday, right? Day before?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Bye-bye.
Right. Bye-bye.